Once again, it's on. Welcome back to another great episode of Two Cigars in a Blunt. Of course, you know I am man on the street.
This is Pharaoh King.
Tim Dog from Be More Careful Who You Marry because you might be stuck with it for life.
No, you don't. No, you're not. No, you're not. But this is the Mad Professor in the booth. You know where I am. Don't start me, Tim.
And as you can see, you missing a couple of people, but hey, you know, they might be under the weather or they might come on the after show. But you know how we always like to start our podcast off. We always got to ask the brothers how their day went. So, Matt Professor, how was your day, my brother?
Man, it was all right until I started getting shin splints. But it was good. It was good. Got some holiday work done. Got some other errands done. It's all good. It's all good today.
I got you. What about you, Pharaoh King?
Spent the morning in the ER because of gout.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord.
So y'all
Get
know
some
how the rest
cherry
of the
juice. Get some cherry juice.
Hey man, that today was horrible. Yesterday I had tears. Today, I woke up. I'm like, yo, I gotta go. I can't let it get to where I want to cut my foot off. So I have to get it.
Everybody hurt.
This motherfucker sing it.
Hey, I'm saying,
I need that red meat alone. No more
All I know
burgers
is-
for you.
All I know is the gout ain't nothing to joke with. You know, I be dealing with it sometimes, but me knock on wood, and I haven't had it in a while. So hey,
and that's what I'm saying. It's been 3 years.
Yeah, man, had it in a while.
It's been
That's
3
why I
years.
ain't
man.
cracking no jokes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in
Yeah, I
my
ain't
joint.
cracking no
It
jokes.
wasn't in my joint. It was on the side of my foot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
that's
threw me off.
what gout usually
Yeah.
happens on your feet.
Yeah, man. I'm
No,
telling you, man.
like my toe, big toe. But this is on the side of my foot, like I stepped wrong or something.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
tell you,
matter.
man. When my gout would be
Yeah, I know
nothing-
now.
Big feet.
Yeah, when my gout, I used to get it in my ankles. Before I come to you, Tim, though, I get it in my ankles, man. I remember when that shit that kick in, man, I had to low crawl to the bathroom. I was like this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
that shit
I
ain't no
hope
joke,
you
man.
don't move too fast.
Yeah, I know. And I wish-
Was messed up is my shin splint started acting up when I was driving.
yeah,
So-
see what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't even want the sheet to touch. I didn't want
We
the sheet
sound
to touch
old
the
as fuck,
sheet.
y'all. Let's
Yeah, I
move
know.
on. We sound old as fuck right
Tim
now.
Dog, how was your day, my brother?
Man, if y'all see me leaving-
whatever he says is gonna make us even older. So shit.
You damn skip it. You know what? Boy, if y'all see me leaving, that's because I got the squirts and I gotta go to the bathroom
Oh,
a lot.
shit.
All right.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you need to keep shit like that to yourself. God damn.
Ah,
I'm
damn.
confessing.
And as
I
for
had
me,
to say
man-
something. My day was
damn.
good. I'm in a good mood, as you can see.
Yeah, but you know, you came on loud as hell, singing and shit. This motherfucker had a great goddamn day.
Oh,
As for me, all I
Well,
can
when
say is
man,
you're not
Friday.
constipated no more, it is a good day.
That's right. And yes, the day is Friday. The day is Friday. So I'm glad to be
The
here. I'm glad to
13th, y'all.
be with. That's right. Friday 13th. Glad to be amongst my brothers. And we're going to have an entertaining show. Oh, man, get ready. I'm going to go ahead and put the disclaimer out here. Hey, you're going to hear some things that may offend some people, but fuck it. That's my thing. Either you're going to like it or you're not going to like it. That's all you. And bringing up the rear, we got
Oh,
Conspiracy
shit.
Brother.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
Oh, man. Hey, look at Stephen A's little brother.
Don't
Call me what you like.
goddamn Stephen A.
What's good with your conspiracy?
I had
brother?
it up the hair.
Oh man, ain't shit
I'm glad to see that you're
alive,
feeling
so
better.
I
Had
ain't
it up the
complaining.
hair with him.
Yeah, glad to see that you're feeling better. But how was your day besides that, my brother?
You know, shit. Productive.
Okay,
Oh man.
that's what I'm
Don't
talking
hurt
about.
yourself, Pharaoh.
Hey, Tim got me on that one.
Yeah, I got you. But we're glad to have you back. And let's go and get this thing started, man. Hey, they started with Puffy. Now they're going down the list. Man, what y'all thought about who? No other than some people's GOAT, Jay-Z.
Basquiat.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the beast. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the beast. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the beast.
Including explosive allegations first reported by NBC News being made against rap icon Jay-Z. A new civil lawsuit accuses him of raping a 13-year-old girl with Sean Diddy Combs at a house party more than 2 decades ago. Claims both men deny. NBC's senior legal correspondent Laura Jarrett's here with more. Hey, Laura, good morning.
Hey, Hoda, good morning to you. Ever since Combs was indicted by federal prosecutors last fall, these parties he was known for hosting and what celebrities may have attended has been the subject of intense scrutiny. But the blast radius around the star had been relatively contained until now.
This morning, disturbing new claims against music icon Jay-Z. A civil lawsuit detailing sexual assault, originally brought against his longtime friend Sean Diddy Combs, now adding new allegations against the rapper whose real name is Sean Carter. Claims both men deny. The anonymous woman, who was 13 at the time, described in the lawsuit as being drugged and raped at an MTV VMAs after party she says Combs hosted in 2000. According to the suit, she recalls accepting a drink from a waitress that made her feel woozy and lightheaded before she says she was raped by Jay-Z and then Combs in a bedroom as an unnamed female celebrity watched. Jay-Z swiftly issuing a statement Sunday calling the claims heinous and accusing the woman's attorney of trying to blackmail him, suggesting the attorney had tried to seek a settlement first, adding, quote, "I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. My heart and support goes out to the true victims in the world." The billionaire, who is married to megastar Beyonce, saying he is heartbroken. The couple will have to explain the, quote, cruelty and greed of people to their children. Combs, too, has denied any allegations of sexual assault. Earlier this fall, the plaintiff's attorney, Tony Busby, a personal injury lawyer in Texas, held a press conference after Combs was indicted on federal sex trafficking charges, suggesting more fallout would follow.
I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed.
Combs pleaded not guilty to the charges and continues to deny the allegations Busby has made against him in a string of civil lawsuits, which Combs' attorneys have dismissed as shameless publicity stunts. But this marks the first suit publicly naming another high-profile celebrity.
Another high-profile celebrity. So, Matt, Professor, I'm coming to you first. What are your thoughts on the latest Jay-Z news?
You know where I'm going with this. I mean, I never want to take away a victim's saying, I never want to make light of a victim suffering and pain or whatever. But, 2 decades ago when you were 13 and now you're coming out with something. And then the fact, again, like a lot of them do, even the ones against Donald Dumbass, who, I'm not going to defend at all, but 2 decades ago, and you're coming out now, and then you go civilly first. And like I said, I have a severe problem with that. And like I said, I don't want to take anything away from the victims. I mean, if it happened and you're traumatized by it, obviously, I wish you the best. I wish you could move on from it. But 2 decades ago, bro, come on. I mean, it's getting out of hand. They're trying to make Diddy to be hip hop's Epstein. So I mean, he has this, he has that. He's flown people out and all over the fucking place. Man, come on now, it's getting ridiculous.
I got you, Pharaoh King.
Unmute yourself.
Oh, Pharaoh King.
With your greasy subway fingers.
Damn, bro, you can't miss a weekend and come back.
Oh, Jersey Mike's, man. Jersey Mike's.
And that's what I'm about to say.
Two greasy Quiznos.
You late. He moved to Quiznos, man.
That's right. He moved to Quiznos. Your thoughts on Jay-Z on Pharaoh King?
Like I said, another payout, man. Another payouts. A person seeking a payout. This is just ridiculous, man. With especially when everybody was teenage. Like, where the fucking parents at then? If these kids are getting all raped and stuff like that, I don't understand it. And then I don't have nothing to say, man. Like I said, I don't know how their lives go, who the people they're around, but I just find it very odd that a lot of young teenagers are in these parties and nobody knows that they're too young to be there.
I got that. Tim Dog.
Okay, first of all, you're 13. Who invited you? How did you get there?
That's what I'm saying.
You say you accept the drink from the bartender and it made you feel woozy. How did you get in there with ID in the first place? Once again, you say allegedly that it was Puffy and Jay-Z, but yet you still feeling woozy or you feeling awake when it happened. I'm not taking light of anything that may or may not have happened to this young lady, but if you're 13, you don't look like you're 18.
You sure as hell don't.
I don't see how a 13-year-old makes it into a Diddy party and something happens. How did you get there? Who invited you? You didn't go by yourself, I'm sure.
She said that she was invited and they drove her there. I guess the chauffeur drove her there. I'm just saying. I'm talking about a Puffy and Jay-Z. That's what she says.
Oh, so she's saying that they personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Where did she meet them at?
Hey, I don't know. You ask me like I know. Shit.
No, I'm just there because
man on the street. What were you doing 20 years ago at that Diddy party?
What up,
everything sounds suspect. Like I said, I'm not trying to take anything away from this young lady because, something she may have gone there. She may not have been 13. Something may have happened. It wasn't Puffy and Jay-Z. See,
I got you.
That sounds too iffy to me.
Yeah. Well, conspiracy brother.
Too suspect.
Yeah, conspiracy brother. Your thoughts?
Okay, Elvis Presley married a young girl.
Yeah, that's common knowledge.
Jay-Z been accused of being with Foxy Brown when she was a teenager. Beyonce when she was a teenager. So it's not nothing that's uncommon in Hollywood for young girls to be around these older guys. It ain't nothing in life hell shit. I remember when I was in 5th grade, there'd be dudes from high school at the elementary school talking to the girls, and I'd be pissed. Like, what these old ass dudes doing fucking talking to these girls?
Come on, conspiracy brother. You know you was listening in to see how you could up your game. Come on.
Yeah.
Shit, what you talking about? He the one told them about it.
Motherfuckers come over here to take our girls, hell. But the thing about it, you can't discount. Look, Bill Cosby got accused, 30 or 40 years later and went to jail. So again, these things are not uncommon.
So the one that died though.
It's that it is though.
And I agree.
Not in Hollywood, because you gotta realize a lot of these parents they leave their kids with these people to do movies. Look at Orlando. Everybody calling this dude crazy, but he been in Hollywood since he was a child. And that's what look at Bow Wow. His mama gave Snoop and JD custody of him when he was 6 years old. So you can't say this shit don't go on. And parents,
Justin Bieber.
They got a lot of parents that wanted to be famous and want that money and want that success for their child so they can have that money and get out the lifestyle they living. So I don't discount anybody's account, especially with thousands of bottles of baby oil.
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is my issue with it. And just like when Jay-Z put out a statement, why would you go civil? When you go civil, basically it's a money grab.
Hold on. Cassie went civil, and look what happened when she went with her civil lawsuit. He paid out, and then boom, that shit blew up in his face.
But we're not talking about Puffy though. We talk about no. We're not talking about Puffy. We talk about the Jay-Z situation. But Jay-Z saying what? But this is what Jay-Z said though. Jay-Z say, hey, if you got the proof, let's go criminal. Won't you do a criminal?
And what did
trial?
she do? And what
she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything.
Going to criminal, and everybody's saying, "Oh,
no, she's not. She's not doing anything because she's still."
No, he's talking about Cassidy with Puffy.
I'm not talking about Cassidy. We're not talking about Puffy. We're talking about the Jay-Z situation.
The burden of proof is less in a civil case,
exactly,
and then that can take it to a criminal case. But you want to get the ball. They want to get the ball rolling any way they can to get people looking into it.
No, he's trying to get the ball rolling so he can roll that money.
No, I'm trying to tell you what he's trying to do. This guy got this young lady, and she said that she was there at 13 years old, and she's wanted to go civil. That's why he tried to do it under the rug. That's why he said, "Hey, man, come on. Hey, we could work this out. We could get this money. We could, before I go public." No, Jay-Z's
But now
basically
there's
saying,
a
hey,
lawsuit against him.
no, hold on now. Jay-Z basically saying, Jay-Z is saying, hey, why not just come on? If you got the proof, come on, let's go to court. Let me be judged by 12 people. Let me be judged. And see, that's where the iffy part comes in on me. You know, why wouldn't you want to go criminally? Let's go criminal, point blank. Let me be judged. Man, Professor.
See, that's always my issue is if you have this, because civil court has a lower burden of proof.
Yes.
It makes if the victim gets anything, it validates what they're saying, whether it was true or not. That's why I've always been of the mind, go criminal first. They did that to OJ. They went criminal first and then they went civil. Go criminal first if it truly happened.
Totally different.
And then they lost criminally, but they won civilly.
It was an accusation. It was an accusation without definitive proof.
Yep, they said that
every crime starts with an accusation.
That's
so
correct.
If it happened like you say it happened, go criminal first. Once he's in jail, you can go ahead and sue his estate for whatever. It doesn't matter because you've already proven the damn point. You've already proven that.
Once he goes to jail, he ain't gonna have no goddamn mistake.
Yeah, he will have.
Why you think OJ ain't paid out? Why you think OJ went to jail?
OJ didn't go out because he was already damn broke. His defense broke him. He was already broke. OJ wasn't no multi-millionaire like Jay-Z is.
Johnny Cochran
over OJ's career, he only earned about $10 million, and he got another couple $1 million in endorsements in movies. So it's not nearly the same. Like I said, the only thing that's the same here is the accusation. If you have an accusation that you can prove, you just said you can prove this shit happened, go criminal. Go ahead and sue him criminally. And if they tell you the burden of proof, if they tell you that the statute of limitations run out, then you go civil. But don't start civil.
Yeah. And I'm gonna come.
That's how Cassie got Diddy wrapped up. She went civil, and
I don't give a fuck about what Cassie did. I said the same thing with Cassie. Go fucking criminal. You already have him on video beating your ass. Go criminal, and she still hasn't. So man,
she don't have because the justice system has taken over the case. They've taken over. So what's the purpose of doing it now?
See with the Puffy situation.
Yeah, the purpose is you still got to prove it. Just because she said it, you still have to prove it. They took all that shit based on what she said, but they haven't told us what they found. All they say was baby oil, 10,000 baby oil. They didn't say where it was. It could have been stored somewhere. Who knows?
But the thing
that's just like a man on the street was ripping Cassie for doing that, and then boom, 2 days later, Puffy getting arrested.
I wasn't ripping Cassie. All I say was I need to see the proof. Now, see,
it's about that's the video.
No, that's right. All I say is I need to see the proof. Now, once I see the proof, hey, I can't say, oh, goddamn, Puffy's lying. That's just like me saying, hey, I got $1 billion in the bank. But yet, if y'all don't see it, y'all are like Jay lying. But then if I pull up in a goddamn Bentley and y'all see my bank account say at $1 billion, oh shit, damn, Jay, you was really telling the truth. See, that's how that works. I can say anything, but until you see actual proof, it's a lie.
It's not a lie.
No,
it's about getting the story out
guilty
there
until proven innocent.
Opening the opportunity for other people.
Then why hasn't Puffy?
You chauvinistic pig of men.
No. Ask a question. Why do you think Puffy he's not getting an arraignment? Because the DA put the fear. No, the DA put that fear out there that he's this gangster in charge of all this, and the judge bought it or whatever.
Music said he's a gangster.
Hey, music is nothing but entertainment. Music you can't use that as evidence.
He didn't get an arraignment. He didn't get an arraignment for the same reason Jeffrey Epstein didn't, because he owns properties in other countries.
That's right, other countries.
But he said he'll give up his passports.
The passport don't matter because you can travel to your properties without your passport. Passport doesn't matter.
But the situation with the Jay-Z,
I don't see him.
No, me get Pharaoh in here quick. Like the situation with Jay-Z to me is that, if he's guilty of saying what the young lady said, yeah, he deserved to go to jail. But my issue is, why not go, criminal first, and then if it does, like you say, Matt, if it doesn't work out, you could go for the money. But my question to you, Pharaoh King, is this: are Black celebrities under attack by the media and their fans? Because once it's out there, now you got people questioning. Listen to Jay-Z lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Oh, maybe he's talking about that young lady then. So it's the media attacking these celebrities and their fans, because all it takes is what, an accusation. And now you got people like us discussing, well, I think he did it. Well, I don't know if he did it or not. Your thoughts? Pharaoh.
I believe it's a cover up for whatever's going on in the government. To be honest with you, I just think this is just a smoke screen for what's really happening to America. Jay-Z has been in trouble many times before. This ain't nothing new for him. So I don't look at them any different than who they were in the beginning. I don't know them personally, so I really don't give a shit. If the music's good, I listen to it. If it's not, I don't listen to it. Their personal lives ain't got shit to do with me. But I really do believe this is a smokescreen for what's really happening to America right now during this year switch of presidents. That's just my thought on it.
Let me ask you this, Matt Professor. Being that she said that I was 13, and I think that what makes it more heinous than anything. And that's why I think people will look at it like, damn, 13, Jay-Z, what the hell were you thinking, allegedly, if you did that? Your thoughts?
Well, yeah, because here's the thing. If you say a crime happened to an adult, say an adult was abandoned somewhere, they go, well, shit, that's a goddamn adult. They should be able to take care of themselves. But say that about an old person or a child, and all of a sudden the narrative changes. So, I mean, like I said, if she was an adult when this happened, she would have just said, people would be like, oh, that's, girl, you knew what you was doing. But by absolving herself by saying she was a teenager, and I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying it didn't happen, not at all.
That's correct.
But absolving herself by saying she was a teenager, that takes it out of her control and put control directly into the hands of the adults in the room, i.e. Jay-Z, Puffy, and whoever the hell else. So, you know, I mean, it doesn't change the crime. I mean, it changes the crime, but and adds on to it, but it doesn't make it any more or less heinous that it happened. Not at least to me.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, you got a reputation to uphill, right? And whatever your reputation is, now this is out there. Now you take a hit. Now let's say we find that this is not true. How can you get your reputation back, Tim Dog?
I mean, it's
Michael Jackson never got his back,
right? And it's all based on, you know, the media put it out there for a different perspective, so that they can get ratings or they can get views, get people interested in it, whether it's true or not. Now, the bad thing is that most of us of color, we have to be 10 times as, you know, innocent in order for us to get any kind of, you know, reformation from it. And it's just sad that there's a double standard when it comes to certain things in law. For instance, the president, people didn't care about him, you know, pinching ass and talking about women, but yet here we have someone with just once again an allegation, and you know he's being wringed through the mud. So you can't say that he's going to get his reputation back. He probably could, knowing Jay-Z being the person that he is and the money that he has, if it comes out to not be true. But the damage is already done, and that's what they want. The people may not want to, you know, get you in jail, but just wound you a little bit to let you know that, hey, you know, we can get you.
Yeah. We got you, bitch.
Yeah. Your thoughts on that, conspiracy brother?
See, everybody was hollering about R. Kelly when he had tapes of him pissing on somebody, on a young girl. So you can't say that it's not a possibility, because there's been tons of evidence. We just in the age now where the shit can come out. And he said, I see the comment saying, why now? You have to think, if this really did happen and now she sees these people getting in trouble and she's been sitting on this and eating, and this has been eating away at her, this is a way of her trying to say something, because there might be other people that this has happened to. Because again, y'all say it's a teenager, but Diddy's also accused of drugging adults and doing shit. So it's about the manner and how things are happening versus who it's happening to. Like she said, she felt she was drugged, And a lot of other people have said the same thing about Diddy with the situation, and they tied in together. Period. They
and this and,
they
and, you know,
they in
the
this
only
shit together now.
the only issue I
But you
have
got
with that is what she's saying. It was Jay-Z, Puffy, and another celebrity, female superstar. Why did you call? Why didn't you talk about the female superstar?
I do have an issue with that, with her not putting out the female's name, because that whoever that is
And that's
part
what
of
I'm
this as
saying.
well. So
That's what I'm
I
saying.
definitely
See?
agree with you on that. That should be part of everything that's coming out, is who this female is, if all of it's true. So I agree with you on that part.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I say if you're going to tell it all. Don't tell part of the story. Tell the whole goddamn story. You know, if it was Jenny on the block, let us know if it was Jenny on the block. Hey, I don't know. Allegedly, shit.
No, Lopez was gone by then, I'm sure.
No,
she started writing on the wall.
I'm just saying in general. That's why the story sounds sketchy to me. And this dude Busby, you know, he's a what do you say? He's not even a trial lawyer. He's like a injury lawyer. But yet, that's who you go to. You go. What is him? But what's the female? That's always dealing with something with sex.
Gloria Allred, I think, on that last.
That's
name.
it. That's her name.
Gloria Allred, I think it is.
They always seem to be able to find these people that, if dealing with anything crazy with these type of celebrities, they run to these type of people. Why don't you get you a real lawyer, not an injury lawyer? Now that dude is an injury lawyer. Why? Why would you go to him? Well, because he would put forth a case against somebody like a Puffy and a Jay-Z. Go ahead,
because most lawyers will look at this and say, "Are you serious? Come on now." They already see the flaws in her statement. I'm sure they vetted her stories and who these people were, but this dude probably didn't care. All right, we're gonna make somebody else be up in there. We're not gonna say who it is. And not once again, if this happened to her in that manner, I'm sorry. I don't care how traumatized you are. This is something that you would need to talk about.
Yeah,
I mean,
and then if you got a father or a mother, they would have killed that person. Especially, I understand that you 13, but if that really allegedly, if that happened to you, you're gonna tell somebody.
Yeah,
you're gonna tell somebody.
A normal 13-year-old would.
Not necessarily, because there's shit that probably didn't happen to y'all that y'all have held on to you, because it's just something that you don't feel comfortable with telling other people because of what the situation is.
Not something serious like that. Not something serious like that. Oh, hell no.
Something like stealing something from somebody.
But you can't. Every person is different.
Yeah. So
some people are bold enough to come out and say, "This happened to me."
Okay.
And some people are. You got to. There's a lot of shame and a lot of other things that probably go on into somebody holding on to some trauma like that. It's not easy for you just to come, especially with those type of people. These people have millions and millions of dollars, can afford the best attorneys, can afford to pay people off if necessary, can afford to take people out if necessary. So it's a lot of other moving parts for you just to want to say, come out and say, they did this to me, and at a time when they weren't in the spotlight about it. See, now it's easier because there's a spotlight on them. So now it's a bit easier to come out and say, okay, this happened to me. Just like there's probably plenty of women that have had somebody assault them and haven't told anyone.
Here's the thing. Here's my whole thing about the waiting and like Alvin was saying about the statute of limitations. Here in New Orleans, they just caught a pastor, a preacher rather, a Catholic preacher, got caught up in the scandal that's been breaking within the church for the last 2 decades or so. He's, I want to say, 83 years old. They just found he just admitted to his guilt. He's going to jail, and guess why they got him? Criminally. So I mean, and this shit, what happened to him, what he did rather happened in the 70s and 80s. So we're looking at an even deeper time frame. And guess where he's going to? Guess where his 80-plus-year-old ass is going? To jail. So I mean, like I said,
he molested. Did they come out in the 70s and 80s and say something?
No, they didn't say shit until a few years ago.
That's
but
see?
conspiracy
That's what
brother,
I'm
my
saying.
point, my conspiracy brother, my point is it goes to being criminally responsible. It goes to being to saying to no. It goes to saying this person did something to me criminally. I want him criminally dealt with. And that's what the hell has happened. My issue with the whole damn thing is, and like I said, I understand victims go through trauma. I know this. I understand this. I sympathize with it all. I truly do, because I don't like sexual assault in any way, shape, or form. But my point is, if the shit happened, the son of a bitch that did it should be going to jail. You can sue them. You can sue them when they've been in jail 10, 15 fucking years after this shit happened. But to just come out and say, oh, this and this and this happened to me, but by these people, I want money. You just come off as not giving a shit about your own trauma. You just want to be paid for it. And that pisses me off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and again,
you
really
said the people didn't come out
victims.
This guy molested people in the 70s and 80s, and they didn't come out. And I don't give a fuck about a criminal or civil.
Yeah, but I'm sure they told someone.
I don't care about that.
Pastor, he probably had pulled.
Years to come out and say something about their trauma.
The point of it is, the point of it is,
I let you finish. I let you finish. I let you finish. I let you finish. You ain't gonna say shit. I'm gonna keep going. You ain't gonna say shit. Ain't nobody gonna hear shit you got to say.
I'm about to beat all y'all mic.
And now you don't want to let me shit
civilly rather than criminally. Go criminal.
I'm gonna keep talking to. They ain't gonna hear shit you gotta say.
At least make a
fucking. They ain't gonna hear shit you gotta say. I'm motherfucking gaslighting. I'm gaslighting tonight, baby.
Make a point. Go take some Hall's mental and make a point.
You said them people didn't come out when the guy did it. That's the point I'm making.
And they came out criminally, not civilly.
When you come out, I don't care what type of case it is. I don't care if it's criminal or civil. If you get the balls enough
criminal
to come out and say somebody did something to me,
make up your mind.
Somebody molested me. That's enough.
All I can say is
at
this.
Least look into it.
All I can say is
because
this, man.
There's a history behind it. Ain't no history. Jay-Z was with Beyonce when she was 16 years old.
But I can't tell you that's no
like 14
the only one is Foster Brown. Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't get together till she was 19. And Beyonce boyfriend at the time said that.
Look, Aaliyah,
hold on.
Aaliyah was running with them same folks.
I'm just telling you. And at that time,
teenager.
And at that time, Aaliyah was dating Dame Dash. That's
how old
after
was she?
Dated. Let me finish. Now I'm just telling you. Now the only one that at the certain age that was doing the wrong thing was R. Kelly. But Aaliyah, I think she was like 17 or 18 when she was dating Dame Dash. So but my issue is this. My issue is when you make these type of accusations against people, and then you're afraid to put your name on it, you're gonna be as defendant one because you don't want nobody to come after you. You don't want to be bothered by nobody. You don't want to be hounded about the certain situation. But you say somebody's name. If I say Brian, if I say conspiracy brother did this to me, but I'm gonna keep my name out of it. All I'm gonna see be defendant one, and I'm going against conspiracy brother. Now you got to prove that you didn't do what you say that I say that you did to me. That's not fair. Now, how can you get your reputation back once they find out that it's not true? We always going to be looking at you side out like,
they find out it's not true.
I'm just saying, but if they find out it's not true, how do you get your reputation back? Or do you get it back? Pharaoh King, can you get your reputation back? When somebody say something heinous like this about you, would you be able to get your reputation back? If you had the money, we put it that way. If you had that type of money,
I could say Michael Jackson didn't. He had the most money. They till the day he passed away, even after his posthumously, they still have allegations or whatever accusations of him being a child molester. So no, I think it's hard.
All right, then. What about you, Matt Professor?
Well, shit. Let's take somebody alive. Look at Oprah Winfrey's reputation after some of the girls from her school quit the school and disappeared, and people say she sold them into slavery.
Right.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, then Tim Dog.
Like I said, Jay-Z can probably get his back, but it's gonna cost him. It already costs us the most. Yeah, and it costs us the most. Whereas, he has to think about the NFL contracts or other contracts that they have out there. Are people going to bail him just on accusations? So even if you know, the idea behind it was to, you know, get money. Another reason could be just to ruin them, even if it's not true, because they know it'll carry over for us.
All right, then. What about you,
Yep.
conspiracy brother?
Nah, shit, I don't really care. He, like I said,
I'm talking about if it was
Elvis
you.
married a
That's
14-year-old
not what
girl.
That's not my question. My
And
question was.
he's still
My
one of the
question
greatest
was.
of
My
all
question
time.
And mute
was.
button should work.
My question was, if somebody was to make an accusation about you, would you be able to get your reputation back if you had that type of money and come to find out that it's not true? That's my question. That's a simple yes or no.
Not for me, because I wouldn't put myself in that type of situation that he
Okay,
did.
then. All right.
So that's a no.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
it's
no.
a no.
Thank you.
No.
Allegedly. You're going to say allegedly on that one.
Oh man.
Now,
And
going
Alvin,
for one.
that's a rough story right there, Alvin.
What was that?
You say
That's a rough one.
What was it? Right here? Oh, right here.
The
There we
comment.
go. I worked in law enforcement as a victim advocate, and my worst time was around the holidays because family members would come home and sexually assault a member of their family, and that person would go back home, and 2 weeks later, we got the call of sexual assault. Damn.
Yeah, that's a
Weeks.
rough one.
Yeah. I couldn't be no cop. I tell you that right now. I knew I couldn't be a cop.
that's why I'm not. I don't have temper for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I do.
No.
Wait, I have too much of a temper for it.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience.
This guy, he thought he was a cop, but they found him innocent.
That Daniel Penny has been found not guilty of criminally negligent homicide. That was the second count. Remember, the first count, the jury could not come to a conclusive decision on a unanimous decision. But this one, they were unanimous, not guilty. The jury deliberating for more than 24 hours across 5 days before finally reaching this verdict. Daniel Penny found not guilty on all counts. On Friday, the judge overseeing dismissed the more severe charge of second-degree manslaughter, which carried a 15-year maximum sentence after the jury was unable to reach that unanimous verdict on that count. Now, a jury of 12 New Yorkers been locked down in that courtroom, like we said, for 5 days. It was 24 hours of deliberations trying to get to that first count. Once the judge dismissed that first count, they went to the second count, and that's when they finally got this decision where he was found not guilty of criminally negligent homicide.
I'm coming to you first, Pharaoh King. That guy, he's the ex-Marine, and if you don't remember this story, the brother is a Michael Jackson impersonator, and he was on the train, and he was acting erratically. They say he was having a mental breakdown, and he was threatening some people, and this guy came up behind him and choked him for 5 minutes, but he was found innocent of negligent manslaughter. Your thoughts?
I don't know. I need to know more about it, but I can't even talk about this. I really don't even know about it other than what just happened. So,
well, this I'm gonna break it down to you. He was on the train.
The backstory. I see the backstory.
Yeah, no, that's how it happened. He was on the train. They said that he was acting erratically. He was having a mental breakdown. He was homeless, having a mental breakdown, and they say that he was threatening some passengers. And this guy said that he felt as though this guy was going to do something to the passengers. So he subdued him by putting him in the chokehold for 5 minutes. And unfortunately, by the time they got him off of him, they tried to do CPR, but of course, he was unalive after the situation. So then they charged him with manslaughter and a couple of other charges. So they couldn't, on the most serious one, they were stuck. And on that one that he was found not guilty on, hey, you saw what happened. They let him go.
Like American privilege, but I don't know, man.
American privilege.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Your thoughts.
I don't know.
I
need more about it.
The issue I have with it is, as a member of military or ex-military, if any one of you all get into a fight with somebody and kill that person, you could still be held under certain military code of conduct. And as a member of ex-military, you can also get stiffer penalties for enacting certain actions or doing certain actions, like injuring or killing someone. The fact that he held a man in a chokehold for 5 minutes is something police it's now illegal for police to even fucking do. So the fact that this guy can do it, get away with it, and of course get treated like a hero to certain members of the American media, that is America. Fuck that. Or okay, that's white America, I'll say.
Tim Doe, your thoughts?
I mean,
yeah,
the DA wasn't going to charge him at all.
Right.
And the only reason why they charged him is because they got pressure from the family and a lot of advocates for the family. Then they charged him, and then I mean, it's just sad that, like Mad Professor said, the police can't do it legally, but yet here's someone doing it legally and getting away with it. So I guess a person's life isn't worth saving, even when they're having a mental breakdown. Yeah, people on the subway were saying, "Oh, I was scared of him, I was afraid of him," but not one of them said that he came towards them or attacked them.
Right.
He was just acting crazy on his own. That's when this guy decided to be a hero and choke him out. Had that been a white person, we can always say no, it wouldn't happen, but we really don't. And it's just sad that no one is going to take the responsibility for the death of this man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just sad. And his family going to have to let it. How did he die? Oh, he died in a chokehold. Did the guy go to jail? No. They said that he was justifiable in doing it. That's not justice.
Yeah. Now come to you, conspiracy brother, because I know you big on mental health. You know, if somebody's having a mental breakdown or whatever, there are certain ways that you can do, but you would say that 5 minutes is too long to have somebody in the chokehold. There's other ways to combat a mental breakdown of a person. Your thoughts?
Yeah, that's true. But you know, we live in the country we live in, so people do what they want, and you know, the only recourse now is to go to civil court and try and get justice that way, because they didn't find it in the criminal courts. So it's a sad situation that somebody can kill somebody so easily and get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah,
but that's the country
you know,
we live in.
Listen to this though. They said this man passed away from schizophrenia, synthetic marijuana, sickle cell trait, and then the struggle from his restraint. So they added some stuff in there to make it seem like he was justified in what he did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, sickle cell, that's just painful. So
yeah, go ahead, Matt Professor.
No, I was going to say they always tend to do that. I mean, look at it like this. A few years ago, and I wish I could remember the exact incident. There was a kid who shot and killed a few students because they said he was bullied in class.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was bullied at school. And the first thing some members of the media did was he was a victim of abuse. So that justified murder to them.
That happened here in Georgia. That's what you're talking about, happened here in Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah. So to some members of the media, that justified murder. It's just like with the killing of the United Healthcare CEO. Some people are treating the kid that did it like a fucking cult hero because of his mental anguish. Your mental anguish shouldn't cause you to kill somebody. Your mental anguish shouldn't be the reason somebody kills you. And it's just a fucking shame that in this country, number one, we always stamp the flag on our fucking chest and shit. That this is the type of shit that happens here on a damn near daily basis. We don't always hear about it.
Yeah. So my next question is this though. Why do Americans don't have the same type of energy when there's crime committed by people of the same races? And you know what I'm saying? Because we all got up in arms because we see that it was a white man choking a black man, but we don't get up in arms if we don't. It's just something that I know America is going to be America, but we don't have that same type of energy when there's crime against our own. If we do the crime against our own, that's just another N-word killing another N-word, and we go about our day. Go ahead, Tim. Go ahead, Pharaoh.
I would say it's a mentality that's been bred into us. when you look at the history of, like I said, when we was talking about the police with the KKK, when you look at how justice is brought with certain people within the United States, people come from other countries because the way they're policed, it's a lot harsher than us. But it just seemed like in America, a certain simple group, I'm not going to say, a certain group, not simple, certain group is always targeted because we don't have our own character anymore. If you look at it, we're supposed to be something we're not. And if we're too confident, there's something wrong with us. If we walk in a room with a certain amount of people, if we don't present ourselves a certain way, we're too cocky. It just seems like being a black man in America, a black person, you have to be 10 times better than the next person. And then when you do something wrong, you're looked at as a villain. So
I got you.
I just, I'm not saying that everybody does it, but majority of people, when you see what's happening, especially in that scenario there, I think he was just like, okay, I get to choke this black dude out, because I'm a Marine. I'm gonna save these people's lives, not realizing that you're gonna kill them. And then, by the time he did kill him, he's probably like, oh, I was just doing my duty.
I got you.
Because he had to, he was a Marine.
I got you. What you got to say about that conspiracy, brother? My question, that is.
What was the question?
I put it up there. Why do Americans don't have the same type of energy when there's crime committed by people of the same race?
Because like Pharaoh said, we've been bred to see African Americans killing each other as normal and okay. Because on any news channel in any city, damn near, that's what you're gonna hear about a lot of the times. So it's just been bred to be okay. That's what we do. We kill each other.
Sorry.
So
let's go back to what just happened with the CEO. The first thing they reported was he's light skinned. They didn't even say the man was white.
Yeah, perfect example. Matt, Professor.
The issue with it is because you kill and I think Chris Rock said this in one of his comedy specials, and it is true. You kill the people that you're next to. So if you live around a bunch of white people, a white person's
more likely to kill
at least 80%
person.
of the time, right, is going to kill that person.
Yeah.
A bunch of black people live around each other. That's a high probability that one person there is going to be killed by another black person that's in the same area.
Yeah.
The reason why, and the reason why we respond to the killing of one race to another is because we're supposed to see each other as equal, and in that moment we don't see each other as equal at all, which is why Becky with the blonde hair, blue eyes always gets more coverage than Shaniqua with the brown eyes and black hair when she goes missing. If they should all be treated the same, yes. But the fact is, it's never going to be treated the same because, like I said, you kill who you live with. You kill who you live next to. It's like your spouse is going to be 90% of the time a spouse is killed is by that spouse, is by their spouse rather. So you kill who you live next to, and that's just the way it is.
So I'm going to take a little different turn with that one. So you telling me doing let's go to Tulsa. Everybody knows about Tulsa now. You telling me that black folks was killing each other because we live next door to each other?
No, I'm talking about recent crime statistics.
I'm just saying
that people are killed by the people that they live near.
Right, I get that, but I'm saying that's now we can say that.
Yeah, and that's why I said that.
Back then, like I said before, we're integration has gotten us to where we do that shit now.
No. Reason why I say no is that you're more likely to get killed by a black person than a white person.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying now, but back then,
the same thing. You're more likely. Yeah, no. Back then, you're more likely to get killed by a black person than a white person. Even back then, because you're around the same people every day. I'm telling you, even before because you're segregated, crime. Black people are robbing black people. Black people are killing black people.
Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what time frame and that's why I think
I mean, we always say what's more, black people. To me, black people's a problem. We always said that. That's nothing new.
No, but what I'm saying, I guess what I'm saying is the likelihood of you getting killed by a white person of anybody else of a different race is damn near. I'm not gonna quote a number, but it's much lower than a black person killing you. Now, if you in the wrong part of town, what you were saying is that it was hatred because of Tulsa, Oklahoma, why they were killed. It wasn't because they was doing something to the other races. It was because they was doing much better. How dare you do better than us? That's right. But for that, that's with everybody. If we on this panel right now were to blow up, we will get way more much hate from other groups because of what we are talking about. Right. Trust me. And from our own people, we would get a lot of hate that way as well. But they will try to take us down just as quick as any other thing. Let me get Tim Dog in there, man. Tim Dog, your thoughts?
It all boils down to unity. The only time that we as a people unite is when something's going bad or someone passes. When we were slaves, we united together to escape. Once there was no slavery and escape, some of us forget about the struggle because they want to be like them. So if you want to be like them, you have to talk down to them. And throughout history, that's the way things are with us. Those at the top, the black ones, want to stay on top. So they cater more to the white. And that's how this, I don't care about you, that hatred, it just manifests. You don't see that with the Asians, the Jews, because they've been taught to help each other, family. We weren't taught that because we were brought here to work for others. So we didn't have our own identities. That stripped us of that. So when you become an American, you have to, survive. And when you're giving little and you're around the people you are with, yes, that's what you do.
All right, I got you.
So you made my point.
I got you.
So we lost our way after we got some, love. We lost our way to go back into.
We didn't lose it; it got taken away from us.
Right? No, that's what I'm saying. So it was lost.
It was stolen.
Now here we are again.
Stolen. Thank you. Stolen.
Well, the whole issue comes in. I mean, you were on the right track there. The whole issue comes in with slavery, where we were separated from. We were separated by color and class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you had some people.
White people pitted us against each other.
You had some people who became part of the bourgeoisie class, and they were, of course, fairer skin. They were close enough to pass, and that's where that term actually comes from. And so you had the bourgeoisie class looking down on the darker class that was, that was relegated to work in the fields. And even if that darker skinned person was a more intelligent person, they were thought of as less than because they didn't fit the look. So that's where this whole thing comes in from, to be honest with you, where a certain class of black person think they're better than another class. And you're actually starting to see that in some other societies now.
Yeah, as well.
And not just that man.
That's basically what I'm trying to say, Man on the Street, is we see that based off of history. I don't think that's something that we strive toward, or it happens, or we want to see that happen. It's just something that we can't get people out of. And once we can get them people out of, we can move forward.
I got you.
And that's why we're so apprehensive about things, because we were promised, oh, this will happen, this will be good, and it never comes. So you naturally become apprehensive of something that's good, or trying to do something, because you've been taught that you do well, you get it, but it doesn't happen to you. It happens to someone else.
And y'all just brought up a great point, man. Professor, you brought it up. I guess you were watching my notes again. Watch the difference when they talk about the young man that killed the CEO and the young man that choked out Neely.
Liberal wackos are treating suspected killer Luigi Mangione as a folk hero. First, by salivating over his Italian good looks.
A few moments later.
But he put his own life in jeopardy, which is, as Christians, we're supposed to, lay down our lives if necessary and love our neighbor. I think he was actually trying to love his neighbors. And unfortunately, it ended up as resulting in another individual's death. But that's an amazing young man, in my view.
Wow. Wow. Bad professor.
You already said
it. It falls into who the victim was as well. And that's the problem. This former military man killed a black person, because all black people have the tendency to be criminals, according to them. So, all he did was save people because, as a Christian country and a Christian people, we're supposed to help protect the weak. So,
Yeah, I got you. But yet that guy, the white guy, I guess the left,
No. He was Italian. He wasn't white. See how they put that in there?
Good looking self.
Yeah, with his good looking self. So
he sure was handsome.
Yeah. I got one more. Then one more video. Then I want to get your thoughts on this one, Tim Dog. Yeah, because they out there. They say that you're not supposed to, celebrate a vigilante, but they sure love this motherfucker right here.
Let's get loud for Kyle Rittenhouse.
Murder, assassination, vigilantism. It's wrong, it's evil, it's despicable. There's no hero. Cheering for the murder of an unarmed man is beyond sick.
For anyone that sympathizes and empathizes with a murderer, that is completely upside down in our American society. There are people that need to reevaluate their inner soul and their moral compass. Yeah. There is nothing acceptable to me about that.
Wackos are treating suspected killer as a folk hero. Actual praise for the murder itself.
To sympathize with them, it's just disgusting.
They have a Bonnie and Clyde syndrome in the DSM-V4 in psychiatric treatment, and that's when some people are enamored by criminals.
You don't have the right to go out and kill somebody and take, vigilante justice into your hands. So I think it's really disturbing to people across the country as they tune in and hear, people excited and saying there's joy from this. I think it's really concerning.
If you don't recognize that guy, that's the guy that went across state line with his
mama drove across.
Yeah, and he killed two. I think he killed two, injured one.
Killed two and injured one. Yeah.
Yeah, killed two, injured one. But yeah, they're cheering for him. But then they're talking about the killing of the CEO and how we shouldn't be cheering vigilante. But as you can see, they're cheering him on. We want to hear from this guy. Tim Dog, your thoughts?
There's nothing to say about it. We see the hypocrisy. We know it's there. Now they're being blatant about it and they don't care. So this is supposed to be the new norm, the new reality of, socialism and what we can say and do. You're taking books out of schools that talk about true history or whatever because you think it's not good for your kid. But then you rob your kid of the true history of behind what's going on. And so they act dumb and lead into your stupid ass followings. So I say to each his own, good luck to y'all stupid asses and watch what's going to happen.
I got you. Conspiracy Brother, your thoughts on the hypocrisy?
Well, it's the media, so you shouldn't be surprised by the narratives that they put out there because they control what's out there, They put out there what they want us to see and what they want people to know. So they want people to cheer these people that's killing up people because it makes them money because it's a story that they can keep pushing. So to me, it's just,
I got you.
They're gonna play all sides. Essentially, they're gonna play every side. Whatever side is gonna get them views.
I got you.
Not Fox.
Listen, man, we got a 34 count felon that's going to probably be president. You can't be any more hypocritical than that.
I got you.
That's
we a criminal country. Why not have a criminal running? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and then you got Fox that's reporting on it. They confused on what the fuck they're gonna even put out. So
I got you. Of course, bad professor.
Well, shit. I mean, Farrell just said it all. I mean, Fox on one hand will sit there and say, this criminal killed an innocent, unarmed person. I mean, wow. How could they cheer him on? Then say, this other person just killed somebody an unarmed person who was having an issue, but he saved lives. You know, I mean,
I don't know. Not to cut you off, but I believe the only reason they're doing that with Kyle Rittenhouse is because he was up there for a Black Lives Matter type of thing.
Well, yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So of course he looks good, just like old boy that choked the old black dude out. So
well, because property is more important than anything when it comes to Fox, which is why if you listen to them when they brought up Black Lives Matter, they only brought up the few instances where there was an issue and said it was the whole thing. When the only time the issue began was when police and other people would come from the outside and try to instigate would instigate issues. So you know,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Most Black Lives Matter, 99% of Black Lives Matter protests were peaceful. They would disband after a few hours. It was only when police would come in and try to round people up or arrest people for being able to gather that shit turned violent.
So what you're saying, they escalated the situation.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, that's how I told you, boy, you be getting busy sometimes. Sometimes we act, I'm gonna say silly, but you know, we get serious on certain topics. And I think these were topics that we had to talk about because it's crazy out there. Just be careful. Be careful, especially, mental health is the big thing right now. And more than likely, if you are of a different race, you might not get that help that you're seeking. Just like the young lady on Sandra Massey, a mother call and say, hey, I know she's having a incident, and what happened? You know what I'm saying? So we've seen plenty of times when there's other races, when they're having episodes and nothing seemed to happen. They seem to talk them down. What was the young man? Was it in Florida? He was helping a young guy that was having an issue. I think it
was mental health.
I thought that was in Illinois. I thought that was in Illinois.
And they shot him. They shot the guy because he was trying. He said, "Man, I'm trying to help him. I'm trying to." Because
that was in Florida.
That was in Florida. Yeah, that was in Florida.
Mental health worker.
Illinois.
Yeah, he was a mental. Yeah,
I thought it was the same area that they killed that other big black teenage kid and whose name escapes me right now.
I'm pretty sure
something. I thought it was the same area. I'm sorry.
And the guy,
I'm a mental health. Don't forget about the woman with the frying pan that the sheriff shot.
That's what I'm talking about. That's Sandra Massey. That's Sandra Massey. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm thinking Sandra Bland in Texas.
You're taking Sandra Bland.
Yeah.
That's the one that's out of the car that they found her hung inside the cell. Yeah. But like I say, you hear things like that.
That was Illinois. No, that's no, that was the one you're talking about was a fatal shooting.
Okay, but this guy survived.
That's the one.
That was in Illinois.
They both happened in the same area. I thought they both happened in the same area.
Yeah, the one that I'm talking
about. One was in Illinois, one was in
survived.
Texas.
And the guy actually survived. So, and he was like, "Man, I'm trying to help him, but like I said, if you haven't, especially nowadays, everybody's talking about mental health, and people need help. People need help, and America.
Yeah, it was in Miami.
Yeah, in America,
Charles Kinsey.
Okay, thank you. And America is basically the only place that I think we look at mental health and we look at people sideways. But I don't think that's going to last much longer because more people are seeking help because they are going through something.
We have a mentally incompetent president coming in, so president-elect. So shit, it's gonna change.
I got you, man. But there you have it. But before we go, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to give you something funny, something to think about, or better yet, where the fuck Tim Dog get that from? So Tim Dog, what you got for the people before we go, my brother?
What I got for the people today, I got something for you. Did you know that humans and giraffes had the same amount of bones in their neck?
Yes, I knew that. I knew that.
Very easily, I'm gonna tell you. See, we have cervical and the thoracic, but the difference is our bones and the disc in our neck are probably about an inch, maybe a little less in size, whereas in a giraffe, they're about a foot. Think about it. You got a foot long bone in your neck. So of course you're gonna have
some good ass neck bones, huh?
Boom, Brontosaurus neck bones.
You get them giraffes on the menu. See what they popping.
So, dog, like I said,
Hey, but question, I got a question. What is a group of giraffes called?
Who fucking cares?
Long neck ass animals. I don't know.
What is it called, Tim?
No,
What is it called?
A group of giraffes is called a kaleidoscope. Go figure.
Okay then. God damn it. Hey, shit. I don't. Yeah. Shit, Tim, dog. Yeah, I'll give you the horn for it. Shit.
You gotta give them something for it.
Fuck you.
I got you, man. Man, Professor, what you got for the people before we go, my brother?
Oh fuck.
How, you got to beat that. How can
He
you
always
beat that?
say he ain't going after me.
Your goddamn work shirt on, boy. Take your work shirt off.
Hell no, god damn it. I want to remember back when I had a damn job. God damn it. No, James.
No, it's called a trampoline. It's called a trampoline. You wrong. It's called a trampoline.
Oh man, because you get ran over.
Hey Joe.
You get trampled.
A trampoline is not a group of giraffes.
All right, but go ahead, Matt. It's your time. It's your time, Matt. It's your time.
Research.
I'm sorry.
James Baldwin said, "Fires can't be made with dead embers, nor can enthusiasm be stirred by spiritless men. Enthusiasm in our daily work lightens effort and turns even labor into pleasant tasks. So please, people, have enthusiasm for burning this fucking country to the ground because it needs a reset."
God damn, Matt Professor.
There it is.
You know what? You know what, Joe? I take that back. A group of elephants is called a trampoline because they be trampling all on that ass.
It's an elephant or giraffe, man. You say one thing. You say elephant just now, motherfucker. Okay, thank you.
No, I mispronounced it, elephants, but I'm talking giraffe.
You mispronounced it.
Yeah,
giraffe and the elephant.
Always talk about motherfucker need to read. He always telling people, motherfucker read what you wrote.
Now I see where a group of giraffes is called a tower. So I don't think no fucking body knows.
Nobody knows.
So I go back to my original statement. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, that's right. Pharaoh King, what you got for the people before we go, my brother?
Like the Matt Professor say, man, America's going to hell. So with that being said, facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored. That's by Aldous Huxley.
I like that.
Because there's none.
All right then. And of course, conspiracy brother, welcome back. Glad to see that you're feeling better with your conspiracy ass. Yeah. We miss you because you bring the goddamn attention to the goddamn show. So what you got for the people before we go, my brother?
My blood pressure was low when he wasn't on, motherfucker.
What you got for the people, my brother?
Well, like my two counterparts said, America's going to hell. So make sure you love yourself because this country damn sure ain't gonna do it for you. It ain't getting worse and worse. So love yourself.
I like that. I don't have anything. I say everything I want to say, but it's this time of year, you know, people are going through a certain situation, especially around the holidays. They're gonna have some type of they're gonna have some type of mental issues. And let me make sure I get it. Or journey.
I do remember hearing that one, Joe. Alvin, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
nobody gives a shit about giraffes.
Tim Dawes started this shit. But ladies and gentlemen,
baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, all I got to say is this time of year, you know somebody, reach out to them, talk to them, you know, you might be that person joy for that day. You never know what a person is going through unless you reach out and touch someone. That's all I'm going to say. But with that, ladies and gentlemen,
stick to your day job.
Man, God damn.
But ladies and gentlemen, the party is not over.
They looking ugly instead of singing bad.
I'm not gonna laugh at that.
Yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, the party's not over. Oh no, Coming up next, we got the after show called Ashed Out. That's where everybody on the panel gets to talk about what they want to talk about. But usually we don't get past the first person because we go down the rabbit hole and we try to see how deep
I
it
heard
goes.
y'all talking about anuses last week. Assholes. That's right. I told somebody about that shit. Like, oh my god, what are we talking about? What wasn't that?
Hey, you played $10 for that bullshit.
What? Asshole feeling bad breath. The hell? Your asshole turned down.
Hold on. All I know is I bring pain.
Oh shit.
Hardcore from the
But
brain.
But ladies and gentlemen,
I'm
make sure
ready
you
for
stick
that.
around.
We ready.
Yeah, make sure you stick
We
around for
ready.
the after show because that's where we have a good time. Like I said before, everybody get a chance to talk about what they want to talk about, but we never get past a certain subject because we always have a good goddamn time. But before we go, Pharaoh King, shout out your social so the people can follow you, my brother.
Hey,
Yeah,
don't forget your banana.
Yeah. And Pharaoh_71 IG. Everybody know where I'm at.
Right there, Matt Professor.
Yeah, everybody knows that I'm the Mad Professor .1, the way you see it on your screen on Instagram and YouTube, and visit my page sometimes. I get lonely out there.
All right, then Tim Dog.
Man, need a hug.
You can visit me at Instagram, Father's Love 99. It's all about me, my grandson.
Nigga, stop trying to take my voice. My voice belongs to Miss Kim.
Late night.
And you know this
songs.
And you know that and that's why I tell him. That's why I tell Tim Dog he need to read what he write because it usually is only about me, my son, and my grandson. Now it's just you. Now it's just you and your grandson. You just cut your son out. Okay.
I told him that. He already know. I called him yesterday. I said, "What's up, Dad?" I said, "I want to talk to you."
He know why.
You cut his goddamn son out. Goddamn.
That Negro know why.
He know.
Conspiracy brother. Shout out to social media so people can follow you, my brother.
Soul Expression. Come check me out. I ain't been on in a while because I've been dealing with some shit. But come check me out.
All right there.
Just come check me out.
And
of course.
and check out Talk Shit with P.
That's right. Talk Shit with P. Miss Paula got a thing going on. And of course, you can find me, the man on the street at the Audacity Podcast on YouTube and on Facebook. Also, Creative Canvas Expressions on YouTube. That's my AI channel. It's just AI art. That's all it is. Tell the computer what I wanted to do, and it does it. But make sure you come back and check us out Wednesday night for the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. Oh, it goes down at 7 o'clock. All we do is talk sports. And of course, y'all know the man on the street is winning all those games. Hey. We got great segment. We got Lex Pick'em. We got Trivial Question of the Week with Pharaoh King. We got a new segment that slipped my mind. We got Weird Sport of the Week.
It's called Did You See That? And everybody.
No, the other one. No. The new one is called what?
Weird Sports.
In case you missed it. In case you missed it. That's the new segment. Yeah. So, but
take off the whole show.
That's right. And all we do is talk sports, and we have a good time doing it as well. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you come back for 2 Cigars in the Blunt next Friday at 8 o'clock. And then make sure you stick around for the after show. The after show, like I say, ladies and gentlemen, everybody get a chance to talk about what they want to talk about. And we always have a good time. So give us 10 minutes and come back. Let your hair down. Or better yet, if you like me, don't have no hair. Just rub your scalp. I don't know what the fuck to tell you to do.
Put some oil on it.
Put some oil on it.
It's getting dry. It's winter's here. It's getting dry. Fuck.
Yeah, puff. Hey, you should be able to find some baby oil. Puffy in jail. So, hey. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the man on the street.
Gave him all them damn bottles. Goddamn, got some ass in trouble. Handing out bottles of lotion and shit.
Well, damn.
I'm the man on the street.
Pharaoh King.
Them dogs would be more careful.
I used to be the Mad Professor in the boot. I don't know anymore.
Conspiracy brother number one, your mama's favorite, your grandmama's favorite,
shit.
your ancestors' favorite. Tim, shut your ass up.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot. The Mad Professor in the boot, Miss Kim's favorite.
Oh, this motherfucker right here.
Close the show.
And with that, I'm out. Fuck you, man.